Hi guys, another mess read. I'm going to pull Oracle. This is from Mother Mary Oracle by Lena Fairchild, and this is Our Lady of Holy Fire. Let's see, Our Lady of New Vision. Oh, these are beautiful. Holy fire is, if you think of it scripturally, holy fire was burning off that which isn't good for you, but it's also igniting a new passion within. So in the context, that's new passion. That would point to the new vision. Awesome. Okay, mess read. Mental, emotional, spiritual, relationship with self. Let's get this back a little bit. Okay. All right. Mentally. The Hermit. The Hermit. I always look at the Hermit as like an empath. Isolated, needs time alone, just to digest the world around him, around them, you know. And when you go deeper in, you have the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords. A friend of mine told me once, wands are words, thoughts are things. And I always think of the swords as action, but it's conflict in your life. Ten of Swords is the knowledge of past hurts, of being transformed to wisdom. The Eight, though, it's almost like sitting in all of that heartbreak. Replaying it in your mind. So you're replaying it in your mind. You may be missing the wisdom from it. Maybe that's why you've had to go into like hermit mode to digest a lot of things that have happened. Because what's hidden from view is Three of Wands. Wands words. So you're talking to yourself, you are. And that's good. And see, three is unity. Spiritually, three, mind, body, spirit, us, God, and the angels. The three. It's a very spiritual number. But you've gone into hermit mode to take care of some of that, to kind of put some of this to rest and to gain wisdom from it, and that's what's happening. So your inner dialogue is changing, and it has changed. Emotionally, the Emperor. The embodiment of all four kings. And I'm thinking it's coming from the hermit mode. You've shut a lot of people out with this hermit mode emotionally. You just go that way. And that's what you've done. That is a good thing. I've said this before, healthy boundaries are good, even if it's long enough to take care of yourself. and then you can go back in with a new perception or new perspective, and to handle some relationships a lot differently. Because when you go in deeper emotionally, this is walking away. It is. It's just walking away. Nothing has been good enough. Not even the Four of Cups, where nothing's satisfying. This is just, it's off to find more. Then you have the Two of Wands, which is it's new conversation. That's new relationship. But see, this is what's hidden is Queen of Swords. That's very guarded. So if you're taking a new perspective after Hermit mode, and after shutting yourself off as the Emperor emotionally, you're still going to be very guarded with that. You are. And you're allowed to be. Spiritually, it's Page of Cups. Student of emotions. Now you're going back to the student mode here, when emotionally you have not only graduated but owned the school with that. And I'm thinking, I don't know, with the spiritual part of it, it's almost like there was a disconnect from your spiritual source for a minute. See, there's been times too when I've been fighting not other people, but I've fought God. This feels like the return after you fought him and argued with him, like you blamed him. But there is, so the return is going to yield. Death is new beginning. You're allowed to get mad at God, just don't stay mad. You're allowed to get mad at other people and mad at yourself, just don't stay mad. This is the rich reward. This is seeds that have been planted that you're now harvesting. God doesn't see us the way we think that he sees us, especially when we're mad at him. When we get mad and yell. He really doesn't. Because there are some times when our anger is almost like it's from a holy place. And this is what you have hidden from you. Knight of Swords. Knight of Action protecting this. And see, you have two when it's come to hidden. Knight of Swords when it comes to the spiritual place that's hidden. You had to fight yourself to even talk to him again. You did. And there's these arguments in your head, and it's probably with, it's probably with God. It happens. We don't understand some things sometimes. It's the reason he has a higher vantage point than we do. Now, your relationship with self. You have patience with yourself. That's good. And when you go in to the inside, you get Knight of Cups, which is new love coming. So you have a new love for yourself. And this is walking away. I feel like this is walking away from that conflict before. And what's hidden from view is High Priestess. This is a new vision of yourself, new vision of life. I just keep feeling like this is, it's almost like you're looking at someone that's lost everything. Maybe hit rock bottom through addiction or things that have been stolen from them. It's the reason there is this anger toward God, maybe. Because the anger towards self will actually show up here too. And this is transformation in the spiritual. Now, spiritually, we are made up of our mental and emotional selves and what we feed our relationship with self. So that is a transformation. And you can see this in the mental. Because you're turning this lack of trust and fighting and just not, it's lack of vision. And you feel like you're surrounded on all sides. Almost like a paranoia card. And you're transforming that into that wisdom. That's why the Hermit is there. And emotionally, see, this is, I feel like too, that this is someone. Like someone else. Like there's another, because this relationship with self, I don't know, it could have been a codependent relationship maybe. There's an addiction here. There was an addiction that was laid down. Another person. Like their opinion mattered. Everything had to be put through them. Looking for somebody else's approval. This is why emotionally this is here. Because you've taken charge again. That's good. That's good. It's not up to anybody else what you do. Your relationship with self. The High Priestess. You know what to do. You know what to do. This is healing and it's transformative all the way through. I'm going to pull a Shamanic Healing Oracle card. If I pull the same 4 cards I did the last 2 videos, I'm going to scream. Could just be an overall message for everyone. I keep pulling these 4 cards for myself too. See, psychic development, growth, teaching, forgiveness. This one wants to come out too. Ancient wisdom. Okay. Mentally, psychic development. This is going to come from the Hermit mode. And transforming these into that wisdom, alchemizing. That's where that psychic development's going to come from. And the unity, mind, body, and spirit, and your connection to the divine. And listening to your spirit guides. That's where that psychic development is going to come in. Emotionally, there's growth. Of course, there's growth. Absolutely. See, people see the Emperor, but inside that is moving on and starting that new conversation with yourself emotionally, because it comes, this push comes from the relationship with self and that Knight of Cups, excuse me, that new love for self. Now, spiritually, teaching, yeah. This alone is teaching. That new vision and holy fire, that is at the basis of that teaching. But you have to be a student, and we are all called to be students continuously. Now, relationship with self is forgiveness. This could be the two sides of the way you viewed yourself before. This is new love for self coming in, but this could have been an abandonment of yourself. Just like I said, it looks like someone has battled addiction and conquered it, and is conquering it, because you don't completely conquer addiction. Because if you've abandoned yourself and you're getting on top of it, you've had to go into hermit mode, and maybe that's why you're in hermit mode. But there's this new love for self that's coming, and you are, have patience for self. Because you are on top of what you need. You know what you need, and you can call it in. But be patient with yourself. It's a continual battle. If this is what I'm looking at, it's a continual battle. And then ancient wisdom. Basically the whole, I guess, that was the additional card that wanted to come in out. Ancient wisdom. We could go back to 2 oracles that was pulled. The new vision. Whatever it is that you've conquered, and even if it was other people's opinions of yourself, of you, that's good. Don't abandon yourself again. Love on yourself. You are that high priestess. You are. Embrace that new vision. That ancient wisdom, because it's there, and it's there for the taking for you. This is beautiful. This is someone that's pulling themselves out of a lot. And it's almost like I'm seeing it like halfway up. Or like higher on the rungs. And that's what I see. This is absolutely amazing. Keep going. Keep going. You can do it. Much love.